She's a witch. She's a witch. This medieval barbarity, being labeled a witch, is the fate of many women in many parts of India. Jharkhand, Bihar, Orissa, West Bengal, UP, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, to name a few.
सुनो गांव वालों और मुखिया जी, आप भी ध्यान से सुनिए। इस कालमुही का दान विद्या नष्ट करने के लिए मात्र एक ही उपाय है, और वो है इसे मैला घोल कर पिलाया जाए। देखते क्या हो, चलो मैला घोल करके पिलाओ से। अरे पकड़ो इसे। मर्जी के लिए, अपने स्वार्थ के लिए, बेसहारा औरत को डाइन कहते हैं।
It forces some to flee their homes, but many more to be mercilessly beaten to death before they can escape. Only the stigma remains, impossible to remove. Protest only brings apathy, or worse, tortures. Many just don't find the courage for it. But this is the story of two women who did. They found the spirit to survive overwhelming odds, secure justice for themselves, and now inspire others to do the same. One of them is a village woman with young children who first had to flee her in-laws after being labeled a witch. Chutni Mahato of Jharkhand's Seraikela. The other had to spend her whole childhood being taunted as a witch's daughter, shunned by others in school and in the village. Poonam Toppo of Nayabusur village near Namkum, close to Ranchi in Jharkhand. Bengali-speaking Chutni's education runs effectively to signing with her thumbprint. But she has now become a role model for others, oppressed like her, to dare and fight against the stigma. And Poonam, she has gone about it in her own dogged way, picking up a bachelor's degree in economics. Through all of Jharkhand, Orissa and West Bengal's Purulia district, Poonam's own protest against this persecution has opened doors in distant Delhi. Lying in a corner, among other awards, is a citation received in 2000 from the Union Ministry of Youth Welfare. Where does the busy 35-year-old find time for such trifles? In the HEC locality in Ranchi, within a stone's throw from the State Legislative Assembly, Poonam fights for others like her. Now just as comfortable doing street theatre in villages as attending international seminars in Delhi.
मेरा बचने का कोई उम्मीद नहीं था। मैं तीसरी बेटी के रूप में जन्म ली, जिसके कारण मेरे घर वाले लोग मेरी माँ को काफ़ी सताने लगे। वो एक दिन घर से बाहर निकल गई थी, वो किसी तरह से वहाँ पर रही। फिर कुछ दिन के बाद उसका देहांत हो गया। हम लोग अपनी दादी के पास रहने लगे थे। गांव में एक व्यक्ति का टीबी हो गया, जिसके कारण उसकी मौत हो गई। गांव वाले ओझा के पास गए और मेरी दादी को ओझा ने डायन करार दिया। ये डायन करार देने के बाद में गाँव वालों ने काफ़ी मेरी दादी के साथ मारपीट, गाली गलौज और हमें जान से मारने का धमकी दिया था। ये सब प्रताड़ना हमने बर्दाश्त नहीं किया और हमने उसी समय से ये सोचा कि हम इसके खिलाफ में, डैन प्रथा के खिलाफ में संघर्ष करेंगे और हमने अपने गांव के प्रति अपना संघर्ष शुरू किया।
Over at Mahatandihi village of Saraikela district, Jharkhand, Chutni was labelled a witch to settle a scandal in her in-laws' household.
আমার ভাসুরগুলা আমাকে ডান বলল, আমার স্বামী তাকি বাপের এক বেটা, আমার টুকু বিষয় সম্পত্তি ঢের, ওরা কোনোতে করে একে মারে হেঁটে দিলে ছেলেপিলাকে মরাই দিব, জমিগুলা আমরা নিয়ে নিব। সেই বলে করে ওরা নাটক সাজাইলে। ওর মেয়েটা ভজহরি মাতর মেয়েটা ডেলিভারি ছিল, কুঁয়ারি মায়া ডেলিভারি ছিল। আমাকে একদিন জিজ্ঞাসা করলে বলছে কাকি আমাকে উল্টি উল্টি, কাকিমা আমাকে বমি বমি লাগছে। তো আমি বলে ফেললাম কে জানি তোমার বেটা না বিটি আসছে, এটাই আমি টুকু ওকে টকে দিলাম, ওতেই আমাকে ওরা ডান ধরে দিল।
Women are selectively accused of being witches, mostly to usurp their property. If a lone woman herself owns the property, nothing could be easier. If someone in the village falls incurably ill or gets hurt or dies by accident, the targeted woman is branded a witch or possessed by an evil spirit.
I বুদরাই মাঝি বলছে কথা জানছিলিস, আমি কথা জানি কাজ করতে জানছিলি, ডাহিন বলছে লোককে সাঁতাচ্ছিস লোককে খাচ্ছিস। আমি বলছি যে ডাহিন বটিস তো দেখা করা চল। তারপর উঠিনটা ঝগড়া হইলে পুরা কোদাল নিয়েছিল, কোদালটি ছিঁড়তে না পারলে তখন এত বড় বড় ঢেলা নিলে।
সুনীল আর ইয়া বুধরাই আমার বাসুরে বলছে তুই ডাহিনে বটিস, আমার ছানাকে তোরা খাচ্ছ, আমার ইয়া বহুকে খাচ্ছ, ঠেঙ্গেলা তো ঠুনটি করে দিয়েছ, মারপিট করে।
আমার মাকে ডাহিন বলিয়াছিলেন আগু, আমার কাকার বেটাকে মানে মারপিটও করিয়াছিলেন। তো এখন আমি যদি আছি তো আমার বাবার ঘরে তো আমাকেও বলছে না, এক যুগনি মরল বলছে আরও এক যুগনি আসে আছে।
জ্বর আসতে ছিল বলছে ডাইন বটি তুমি আমার ছানাকে খাচ্ছিস বলছে, জ্বর আসবে বলছে, ভালো নাই হচ্ছে বলছে, বলছে পিটবো মারবো, বেটা খাইছি পুরুষ খাইছি।
An Oja is summoned. Unspeakable tortures are visited on her. She is isolated in the village and set upon by neighbors. This is usually started by those greedy for her property and abetted by influential villagers. At this point, the woman can escape with her life if she leaves the village. If not, she's beaten to death on this trumped-up charge. That's how easy it is to acquire land and property, making hay out of old superstitions and the ignorance plaguing remote villages. Often the police and administration don't even get to know of it. Even if they come to know, investigations deep in interior villages aren't pursued. One or two culprits may be netted. The masterminds go scot-free.
हम लोगों के यहाँ थाने पर जो भी कंप्लेन आता है डाइन बिसाइन का, हम लोग समय से पहुँचना चाहते हैं, लेकिन समय पर सूचना नहीं मिलने के कारण और दूर दराज होने के कारण, रास्ता ठीक नहीं होने के कारण या समय से सूचना नहीं मिलने के कारण हम लोग समय पर जगह पर नहीं पहुंच पाते हैं।
Witch hunting is a real problem in the state. So there came a law on this Dayan Pratha, that was Dayan Pratha Pratished Adhiniyam 2001. I feel that we are required to empower and ensure that this is properly implemented across the state. Lack of awareness, definitely, this is a reason. And Commission is very concerned about this witch hunting as well as seriously working on Domestic Violence Act so that it is properly implemented across.
About About 70% of India's population live in villages, and most are poor. Many still subscribe to age-old superstitions and rituals. If the lifestyle of forest tribes and aboriginals contains ancient wisdom, it also keeps alive Stone Age superstitions that the motivated find easy to exploit. It's certainly true of the barbarous witch hunts prevalent in much of the countryside. Jharkhand in particular is prone to it, though by no means alone. The newly created Jharkhand, once thick with forests in which lived ancient tribes with a culture of their own, largely pre-literate. Most of this population are known as Adivasis, earliest dwellers, placed classified under the 6th schedule of the Constitution, and hence known as scheduled tribes and scheduled castes. They are now treated like a minority in their own homelands. For centuries, their traditional occupations were built centered on the forests and later agriculture. Now, with their forests largely denuded and the soil corrupted, their familiar means of livelihood all but vanished. They are forced into large-scale migration in search of a living. 50% of the total population and only 39% women are literate. The lives of their women, once equal to men in their tribes, have been especially developed in the rural areas. They live far out of the mainstream. In the modern dispensation, they have little leadership and less decision-making powers. They are confined within their village boundaries, exploited within the family and outside, in all its ugly forms. Violence against them is on the rise. Rape, desertion, child marriage, dowry death, trafficking, and of course, witch hunting. Massive research and surveys have confirmed the obvious. Witch hunts are prevalent mostly in rural areas, among the poor, illiterate, and socially backward. During last 20 years, there were a large number of deaths from witch hunts in the government records. No one knows how many more went unrecorded. Only this much is known. The practice is rampant, and innocent women continue to fall victim to its calculated cruelties.
Government data between 1999 and 2000, 522 cases of witch hunting. And that non-government data, if I say NGOs, those who have worked on, the data which we have received from them is for last 15 years around 1,227 women.
Women branded as witches are mostly alleged to have the power to invoke evil spirits, to harm others through magic charms and spells, casting of the evil eye, and countless other imagined devices. Researchers, however, have failed to establish the existence of such powers in those alleged to have them. These women are known as Daini, Dain, or Gunya, depending on the local dialect and culture. Identification of a witch is mostly left to the witch doctor, traditionally the priest of the village or tribe. The witch doctor is known as Ojha, Gunin, Guni, or Shokha, and generally a male. He claims the power to identify, control and exorcise the evil spirit inhabiting a witch. And the villagers believe him. It is easy to see how belief in witchcraft and fear of witches can be exploited in these remote villages, inaccessible to development, low on literacy, poor in healthcare amenities, and unaware of the wider world. Diseases can be easily mistaken for the effect of some evil supernatural force. It especially raises the dependence on ojas in these areas. Instead of trudging to a doctor or medical center, probably at some distance, the illiterate or semi-literate villagers find it easier to call the oja when somebody is taken ill. At many places, he is the only available and affordable source of medical care. The oja's fees predictably vary with the economic status of the ailing and the level of urgency felt by kin.
असर कर गया, बच्चा मर गया.
Since the effectiveness of such an oja's treatment, beyond of the few medicinal herbs and minerals he may know of, is severely limited, he may well hasten the patient's journey to cremation. His next best bet is then to fix on a scapegoat, a witch. That could be a widow with land of her own, or just about any innocent woman with enemies, known or hidden, in the family or community.